Alright guys, so class just ended and everybody rolled on out to lunch. So I said, well, let me make a quick video while everything's fresh in my mind and I'm on the health occupations avenue. So what did we talk about today in class? We talked about, well, previously we talked about the anatomy of the heart, right? And labeled the heart and all that kind of stuff. And we talked about the blood flow through the heart, the pathway of blood takes through the heart to the lungs, gets oxygen from the lungs, and then back to the left side of the heart, and then it goes out to the body, right? So we talked all about that on Monday and Tuesday with the Monday kids and Tuesday kids. And then yesterday was Wednesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, like today, we talked about blood vessels and the different types of blood vessels, and we talked about the conductivity pathway in the heart. So let's talk about blood vessels first. Blood vessels are pretty easy peasy. When we say blood vessels, we're talking about veins, arteries, and capillaries, okay? And I'll put it up on Google Classroom, but pretty much we go from arteries, and it's all in the notes as well. It's arteries, arterioles, right, which are smaller arteries. Then it goes to capillaries. The biggest thing about capillaries is you need to know that's where gas exchange takes place. So you go to like really big arteries, to arterioles or little smaller arteries, to capillaries or even smaller than that. That's where gas exchange takes place. That's where we take in oxygen and nutrients and we get rid of carbon dioxide and wastes. And then from capillaries, we go to venules, which are little smaller veins. And then from venules, we go to regular veins, which are bigger veins, okay? So it's arteries, arterioles, and then capillaries, and then venules and veins. That's how the little flow chart goes. Let's talk about arteries first. You need to know the largest artery in the body is the aorta, which remember the aorta is at the top of the heart, and it pumps oxygenated blood to the body, okay? So the aorta is the largest artery in the body. Arteries tend to be more muscular, more elastic, and more stronger than veins, which it makes sense because arteries are the ones that carry oxygenated blood typically, and it have to be pumping blood to all over the body. So they tend to be strong. Again, they tend to be stronger, more muscular, and more elastic as far as arteries go. What else was I going to tell you guys? Pretty much it with arteries. The largest artery in the body is the aorta. Largest artery in the body is the aorta. They tend to be more muscular, more elastic. Arteries carry blood, very important, and it's in the notes, put a little star by it. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, okay? Arteries carry blood away from the heart, which makes sense because you got the aorta, and aorta is the largest artery, right? It's carrying oxygenated blood away from the heart to the rest of the body. So arteries carry blood away from the heart. The largest one is the aorta, okay? And they tend to be more muscular, stronger, and more elastic, all right? If you're following along in the notes, by the way, if you're going through the note packet, there's one that says blood vessels, and right under blood vessels is where it starts talking about all these different ones. So that's arteries. You've got capillaries. Capillaries are where gas exchange takes place. Biggest thing you need to know. Capillaries is where gas exchange takes place. We take in oxygen and nutrients. We get rid of carbon dioxide and waste. So capillaries are really, really thin. They have to be really thin in order for gas exchange to pass back and forth, right? You got arteries are really, really thick. They have to push all the blood throughout the body. Capillaries have to be really thin in order for gas exchange to take place, okay? So that's what goes on with capillaries. From capillaries, they go to venules, which are little tiny veins, and then from venules, they go to even bigger veins. So what are some characteristics about veins? Veins tend to have valves, so we usually say V and V, veins, valves, veins, valves. Why do veins have valves? It's because they want the blood flowing in one direction. You don't want blood flowing backwards. You want blood flowing towards the heart. So arteries carry blood away from the heart. Veins carry blood towards the heart. If you think about it, you got your superior and inferior vena cava that carry blood towards the heart, that are dumping that deoxygenated blood into the right atrium, okay? Arteries carry blood away from the heart. Veins carry blood towards the heart. Veins tend to carry deoxygenated blood. They're blue. They tend to have valves in them to keep the blood flowing in one direction. So veins have valves. Don't forget that. And veins tend to be less thin and less elastic than your arteries. Remember, arteries tend to be thick-walled, stronger, more elastic. Veins tend to be thinner and not as elastic, okay? That's pretty much it as far as your blood vessels. Superior and inferior vena cava. or your largest veins. So aorta is your largest artery, superior and inferior vena cava by the heart is going to be your largest veins. The video you're going to watch, the Khan Academy video, when you've got some questions to answer, is a great overview of arteries, arterioles, capillaries, and then venules and veins. So do not forget to watch that. It's an assignment for you to watch the Khan Academy video on that and answer the questions. But blood vessels, not too bad. In a minute, so that's part of what we talked about today. I'm going to cut this video off. I'm going to make another video about heart conductivity because we also talked about that today. And we talked about hypertension and stuff and angioplasty, which I put a video up a second ago. Okay, so bye. I hope to see you soon.